more athletic infielders or outfielders. So your more athletic players in general. Your third baseman, your first baseman, those are the people that those are the players that are going to be a little bit slower as far as that first step quickness. Same thing with left fielder and right fielder, a little bit slower with that first step quickness, and defense might not be the prime of their tool set. So that first line of defense is really having a good shortstop, good second baseman. Those guys are going to be getting the balls hit to them most frequently. The third baseman, first baseman obviously are included into that first line of defense just because their location close to the batter. There are going to be base hits that get past, the infielders 5-6 hole up the middle. It doesn't matter, little bloop hits, and that's when we're going to start talking about that third line of defense, that third line of outfielders. I remember very vividly, I was probably about 12 to 13 years old, and I was taught this lesson. It wasn't necessarily through me, but I remember I was playing with a kid, and there was just a very, very simple routine base hit to the outfield where I think the left fielder had to move a few steps to his left, I think. So it was a ball right here, maybe in the left center gap that should have probably been just a simple single. The left fielder moves over, and because the ball was hit pretty hard, the ball gets past him. So as you can see where I just kind of drew that really bad arrow, the left fielder did a really poor job of making sure that line of defense and letting the ball stay in front of him. I think that's a really, really important lesson. As I'm going to go to full screen. Sorry about that, guys. So that's a really important lesson, I believe, is to make sure that you understand, if you're in the outfield and there's a ground ball, especially hit to you, it's your job being that third line of defense to make sure the ball stays in front of you. So make sure if you're an outfielder, that ball at all costs, especially if it's on the ground, stays in front of you. That's really important. Infielders can get away with it a little bit more because, they're hard hit balls. It's understandable for balls to get past that infield spot. Of course, great infielders will do their very best to make sure that wall, that line stays in front of them. If you keep those ground balls in front of you, especially in big situations with maybe a runner on, second and third, tight game at the end of the game, it's really important to have that really strong defensive line, whether it's in the infield and the outfield.